It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see Brandon Ayuk. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Lions and the Buccaneers. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November... Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Last week was the ideal showing for him and really allowed his offense to feed off of him. He elevated everybody around him. Just got to look at his stat line to see how well he was throwing the ball. 300-plus yard game, several touchdowns, tremendous efficiency.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down now, 7 to go. Motion man left is Johnson. Here's 2nd and 7. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll send him over right. On 3rd down, Herbert. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Now on 4th down, A.J. Cole headed out to handle the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked 1st overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
You know what I like, Kate? I like that even though he got burned a couple times last week, had the interceptions, he didn't let that throw him off his game or make him gun-shy to keep pushing the ball down the field. And look what that...
His first throw is an interception. Cole Holcomb has it. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Laviska Shenault to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Lions and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And among dual threats in the NFL so far this season, there has been no equal. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards to this point. After the pick, here's Williams. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. 2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First tone of the game for James Cook. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the pistol, Williams. Brought in right side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives the Lions the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Again, it's Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Another one for Cook. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Tampa Bay sending its offense out. Their second drive coming up. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. Connects with Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think, a yard or 2 short of the 20 here. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
They gain 14 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Has the connection to Odunze. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from the 41. They kick the running back in motion. Pass caught by Odunze. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The offense headed out now for Detroit. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. He's got this complete to James Cook. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the 46. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now a give to Cook, running left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
That finds Ayuk complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. He's going to push one deep down the right. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 2nd down. Williams on the play action. Complete to Tremble. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. Lions well within striking distance. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Quick slant complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's an option play right side. And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thinking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Johnson now on the return. And look at this return. He showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Buccaneers and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. First down, a run with Barkley. Breaks the tackle, still going. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First and 10, Herbert has his man. It's Odunze. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Second and 3 now. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Into the second level past the 30. And he gets this one down to the 27. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Slot man in motion right. Herbert on first down. He's got it at the 5. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. Here's Chenault on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Lions and Brandon Ayuk running onto the field. And they're out and set, first and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, Williams. He's got Ayuk on that slant. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. From the 41. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This set of down starts with an option right. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defense.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
Williams with third and long. Finds the in route complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Man in motion, headed right. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Odunze's got it, right side. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 2nd and 3 now. From the 43. Throwing the out route complete. And he's taken down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Herbert now off the play fake. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Has it at the 7. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
From the red zone now. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now lead by 10. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the champ for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Here's Chenault on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. They'll start this series with an option left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We're at the 2-minute warning now for Raymond James. It's the Lions, who need to figure out this 3rd and 11. Williams from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Lions readying for the punt. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions cut the lead down to 4.
Lions 17.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert back to it after the pick. He finds Johnson. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. It's Kader Kohou up to make that play. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32. Has the connection to Odunze. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now Herbert to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. It's Herbert once more. Pass caught by Odunze. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Now Herbert again. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he works his way for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Well, we've hit halftime here in Tampa, and the Buccaneers toting a nice lead into the locker room. Now we'll keep it in the state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles, and it's the Chargers who are on top in the 2nd quarter. Derrick Henry has a touchdown run. From there, we head cross-country to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one.
Well, the
Kyler
teams
Murray
are ready. The
has thrown a
fans are
touchdown
ready.
pass.
Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. Starting from the 5. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. First down throw by Williams. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Finds a man right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 2nd and 3 now. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Williams to throw on first. Connection made to Tremble. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Motioning right is Ayuk. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
And they bring him down around the 34. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
That finds Ayuk complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Working from the gun, Williams. Called in left side. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. 2 yards on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Williams set to pass. This throw is cut. And he drives this forward to the 6. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now here's Williams. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions take the lead right away in half number 2. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions push their lead to 3. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Buccaneers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Now after the play, we have somebody shaken up. That's Jahan Dotson in some distress as they come out to look at him. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Has his man. It's Odunze. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Now a Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Lions.
Here we go. 2nd and 9. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. It's Kader Kohou up to make that play. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Herbert to throw once more. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. 1st down, Williams. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Williams from the gun. Forced out to his right. Now he takes it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Now it's Cook. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Pickup of 2 here. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. To throw is Williams. Brought in by Ayuk. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They'll try the right side with Cook. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's brought down for a loss. And that boot will instead be what starts our fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the third. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Their punter making his way out now. And this will be his second effort of the contest. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Herbert on 1st down. Connecting on the slant. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
That's good for a Tampa Bay. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. Short pass brought in. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
It's Herbert once more. Finds a man right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10, Herbert. This finds Moreau. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Oh, nearly got to the end zone there. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Now Herbert again. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Romadudes touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Here's Chenault on the return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams finds him on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, and they go right back to it. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10 now. Pass complete to Cook. And he's brought down after a short gain. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Complete out to the right. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Motioning right is Aiyuk. Here's a give to Cook. And they bring him down around the 34. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the pistol, Williams gets it to him on the screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And for the Buccaneers, it's a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Williams to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We'll pause. They're not ready to kick it quite yet. And take a timeout. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and just 2 to go. Option play, they give it to Barkley. He cuts it to the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They kick the running back in motion. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the ground with Barkley. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. They go to Barkley again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers holding a 4-point lead. They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on first. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. Here's another carry for Barkley. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. First down, a run with Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They send a tight end in motion. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. For the second time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Here's Chenault on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Lions offense returning to the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. So it's a win for the Buccaneers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory.
Here we go, set! Go! Set up! Set, go! Set! Hut, hut! On the set! Ready, ready? On the jump! Hut!
It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Cowboys, burner at wide receiver, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Cowboys and the Titans, and it's coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. But come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, is going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Titans first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got room at the 30. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Here's a run. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Titans. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. No problem there on the extra point, and the Titans will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way back. 85 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense. You watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
The Titans offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield this season, right there amongst the league leaders in rushing late in the campaign. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Now give on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And a nice run. He's got a first down tackle made right at the 35-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Tennessee.
They'll stay on the ground. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal. They'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Now a give up the middle. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. Third and goal coming up. He'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more than that. And he nearly takes it in, but they're going to say he's short of the goal line. So now it is 4th and goal. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Titans will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third down and a few inches. On play action. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. Now fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that first down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From out of the gun, here's May. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kool-Aid McKinstry. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Now, faking the give. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's incomplete. They couldn't connect. And that's how. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. Thrown left side. The catch is made. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Back to the air one more time. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand.
And he's in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. The PAT, up and good. And the Titans will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return coming from the 14. The Cowboys offense and Breece Hall getting set for this next drive. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's May. Open man, left side, he's got it. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throw again is May. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Give up the middle with Hall. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Jair Brown on the tackle. Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try to run for it with Hall. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
So they send in Will Reichard for this field goal try. This a 48-yard attempt. Reichard's kick is good. And the Cowboys are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and their running back set to go once more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Back to throw. 3rd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much develops there. He'll get this to about the 43. Here's a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. His throw left side is complete. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Look in the sideline, that's St. Brown. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is May. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. And that is incomplete. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Titans offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Hall.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From out of the gun, here's May. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The Titans have got it. Well, the ball, and I believe the referee.
Previous play is under review.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's May. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Reichert now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's May. Quick throw here is complete. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's May. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Tight end going in motion here. May to the air once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. That is caught side of the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay
Previous
officials
play is under review.
indicating let's get. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Titans offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. He'll look to throw. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans will cut the lead down to 4.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Short kick taken just inside the 20. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. On the handoff, it's Hall running right. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing is May. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down. Man in motion, heading left. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On 2nd down, it's May. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. On 3rd and 2, it's May. He'll look and complete. 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. Here's May again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They send the tight end in motion. May to throw on second down. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. It's May. And that is incomplete. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. In trouble, and down he goes. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
The home team's offense and Drake May making their way back out. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the... Putting the tight end in motion. In the middle of the field, it's taken by CeeDee Lamb. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's 1st down, and it's Paul. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line. Throwing on 2nd down, May. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A give. Here's Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is May. Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The drive will start on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. Handoff here, up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. The Titans sending out their punter. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. This one fielded out beyond the 25. But he cannot get away. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. Another run here with Hall. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From out of the gun, here's May. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. It'll be a pickup of 10. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. May going to look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On the give, it's Hall. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing now is May. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. Here's Hall. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Motion man, set right. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. May now on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Touchdown, Cowboys! Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Riker it out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. They'll return this from the 11. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the... They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Titans first down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll throw out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. And that is incomplete. On fourth down, out comes the punter, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 2nd down, it's May. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here comes 3rd and 6. One of the tight ends motions right. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's May. Now, he'll air one out. That's caught! And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
They'll run. It's Hall. He slams it in there, and he is in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Dallas. Reichard good with the extra point. The Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And things starting to take shape here. 3 weeks left of the regular season. Teams making that final push for postseason berths. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. There's that man again. Another catch. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll look to throw yet again. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. To the outside, that's St. Brown. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. First down throw there is incomplete. Now a give on the ground, and that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. Back to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got it at the 3. And he will have the 1st down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal. To the goal line and in. Touchdown Titans. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is a short kick, returnable from the 13. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Quick hitting slant there. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go play action with May. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. To throw on 1st down is May. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Here's 2nd and 6. May to throw again. This is caught at the 2. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. To throw again is May. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try and throw. Here's May. That one taken in. Middle of the end zone. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown Cowboys. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. Numbers 11 and 12 on the season. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A run here with Hall. And he's in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory.